Hello and welcome back. This is Queen 3210, and we've got a couple of things that we're going to be doing before we actually progress with the story. One of those things involves going back into town. Now, as we said, we have Selfie, Zell. Oh my god, I almost insulted the poor guy. We have Selfie and Zell in the party, and we did that specifically well, just to end off the video. We could probably go back and do that later, but first things first. Apart from that, we have this bitch to deal with. Actually, you know what? We're not ready to challenge you yet. Okay, plan B. Still nobody here. So I guess we're leaving.
Wait, Zal, wait! Wait up, Zal! We're on the Let's Find Out More About Zal committee. Indeed, we are. What?
Oh my god.
Just answer a few questions, okay?
Don't think too hard about that. Okay, first question. What's your favorite color?
Huh?
Let's see. So we get to pick. Also, Selfie's chiropractic issues seem to have transferred onto Zell. Look at the state of that poor guy's back. Jeez. So we are going to say blue. Actually, I've changed my mind. We're gonna go with the red on my jacket.
All right, hot-blooded red. Okay, next question. What's your favorite food?
I'm pretty picky with food, so we're going with hot dogs because, I mean...
Boring!
But fish is an easy choice, too.
Yeah, people say the fish caught in your hometown, Balam, are sort of the best. Okay, last one. What type of girls do you like?
Huh? Hey, library committee members! What are you doing slacking off? Come here right now!
Hooey! Just when things were getting interesting. What a bummer. Really bad time. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Al. Talk to you later.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that happens. A lot. Now, by popular request, we are going to head to Trabia. Let's hope I don't get lost. That does happen sometimes. Oh, we found it! It's actually not that far. Ooh, but we also found something else. We are what is called a chocobo forest. Ah, we're in the chocobo forest intermediate. Way to start off. You'll scare away the chocobos if you come in. If you all come in here. So basically, everybody gets the fuck out. Okay, so the idea is, okay. So the way that you have to catch chocobos in this game differs vastly from the way that you have to do it in other games. In other games, you just need Geisel greens. You may have to encounter them in battle, like with Final Fantasy VII. I know in 10 you have to train them in order to be able to actually ride chocobos. This game, you have to solve puzzles. This is probably my least favorite because I'm not great with puzzles. But we'll try. We'll give it a try. So we're gonna talk to this kid. So, you want to catch a chocobo? Yep. You need a whistle to catch one. It's called a choco-whiz. You want one? Are you going to charge me? Nah, I won't charge you. Here, there's 2 types. But it's gonna cost you 1,000 gil for my lecture on how to use them. Yeah, we'll pay it.
Thanks. Allow me to explain. The 2 whistles are for location, which is the Choco Zonar, and action, which is the Choco Zinner. If you sound the Choco Zinner, somewhere in the forest, chocobos will fall from out of nowhere. You can tell where by the Choco Sonar sound. Select the whistle with the B3 and hold B4 while walking and sounding.
I don't want any small ones. I need to be able to write it.
Hold your chocobos! When there's only 1 chocobo left, the mother chocobo gets worried and starts looking for it.
So that's when you catch it?
Exactly!
They're quite well behaved.
Let me review everything with you. First B3 to select the sonar and B4 to sound it. A different sound tells you where the chocobos are. Then B3 to select the zinner and B4 for them to fall. When you talk to the lone chocobo, boom, the mom shows up. By the way, the sonar sounds when they're not around is... And the sonar sound when they are around is... Got it? I hope so. Hey, you look concerned, but that's where I come in. Press B3 and select Help Me, and for a bargain price, I'll catch one for you. Oh, and one other thing. If you sound the zinner where there are no chocobos around, your whistle will get stolen. After that, you will have to pay for it. Well, good luck to you.
Huh. So, yeah. That is legit how you do it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and go from memory from how this went. I've got a guide open just in case I need to consult it, but I'm gonna try and do it through memory first because this was fiddly as fuck. And the reason why we're not just having the kid buy us or find us a chocobo ourselves is because there is a major quest line for this. And you get goodies if you do it yourself. So that's why I want to try and do it properly, as opposed to getting him to do it by throwing money at the problem. So, memory serves. Oh. What we want to do is the zinner. Nope! This is gonna cost me.
Oh, stolen! I told you to be careful. That's too bad. You'll have to buy a new one. 700 gil, please. Thanks.
This kid's gonna get rich off of me. Okay, so there's one there. Yep, we got one down. Oh, they all disappeared. Ah, that's a spot. Oh, wait a minute. I had it. I'm dumb. Hello, Mama. Now we talk to this kid.
Congrats on your catch!
Oh, right. There's an item I have to find in order to actually properly solve this. Come on, where are you? Ah! That's how I do it. Derp. I got a shell stone and a holy stone. Nice.
Hey! The Chocobo gave you a hidden item? That's Chocobo's way of showing affection. The Chocobos in this forest see you as one of them now, so you won't need to find them anymore.
And that is the reason why we solve the puzzles and we find the items. So that we can avoid having to do this headache. Hooray! So I guess I'll ride it out of here.
Ready, and... Congrats on your first catch! It's my special way of saying thanks.
Oh. I'm going now. Fucking Squall, really?
Hold on a sec. Hold your chocobos. To celebrate your first catch, I want to give you a Chocobo as a present.
No, I'm not interested in a small...
Come on, name it.
Hi, Boko.
Okay, now that the theme song's playing, here's an explanation of Chocobo World.
You mean the game that I've been playing all along? Sure, let's hear it.
It's real easy. From the menu save, select Chocobo World. Then you can communicate with Chocobo World. Well, have a safe and fun journey, bye!
Yeah, so literally, we have a Chocobo, and this can actually help us avoid encounters as well. But I really only did this so that I could demonstrate how to catch Chocobos in this game, but also because it opens up the very avenue of the Chocobo world and why it's such a great additional mechanic to the game. So for now, I'm gonna get off. Goodbye. I'm gonna get off, and the recording for the Chocobo world that you're seeing on here is literally everything that I've done up until this point, at which point I am now going to load the Chocobo world. So the first thing you'll notice is there's an additional slot. There's the original game slot right here, but there's also a slot for Chocobo world. With the original PlayStation, there's 2 slots, so you could always put in, like, maybe 2 Chocobo worlds if you had one. But again, the Chocobo world, was originally limited to a sort of portable Tamagotchi-style, device that you would have to plug into the PlayStation 1, and those were exclusive to Japan, so we never got a chance to have them over in the US or in, North America in general. So, let's take a look at the Chocobo World menu. So basically, we're going to take a look at how to play. In Chocobo World, you play as Boko, the Chocobo that you received in the Final Fantasy VIII universe, who goes on an adventure with his friends Moomba and Cactuar. Moomba finds Boko weapons that he can use to fight off the various monsters they will encounter, while Cactuar finds treasure that Boko can bring back with him to the base game. Along the way, the friends will meet with Mog, who will assist Boko in battle if the Chocobo is knocked unconscious. Basically, it's 4 guys having fun, with a romance subplot introduced when Boko meets with Coco, a female Chocobo. Each time she kisses Boko, he gains a new attack that replaces the old one in the base game, just so long as you're not playing on auto event when she falls down a hole in level 50. Basically, that's the gist of the Chocobo world. We're gonna return Chocobo to the Final Fantasy VIII world. And as a result, remember, there were 5 A-level items and a bunch of other ones for B, C, and D. Those basically tell you what the item drops are. So that's literally what we're seeing here. We've got some luck scroll, attack status. We've got 2 more Rosetta stones, so I didn't actually need to do those farming. We got an energy crystal, which is amazing. Strength, love, adamantine. So I didn't even really need to like refine that card. Cool, cool. GF scroll, healing ring, moon curtain, circlet, monk's code, a 3 stars, which is great. We got some ammo. Including some pulse ammo. Everything but the pulse ammo we're going to end up keeping because we're at max for everything else. Got some regular stones. We got some healing water, a Catrice pinion, zombie powder, some reagents. We got some stuff for Quistis's limit breaks, as well as refining magic, whisper pair. We've got... Oh. So we're gonna have a couple of limit breaks that we have no business having this early in the game. This is why Chocobo World is so fucking broken. Dark matter and power generator. Chef's kiss. We've got 2 Chocobo tags. I think that lets us change the name of the Chocobo if we so chose. We've also got some vitality up, spirit up, and luck up. So yay, we got that all. So now we're going to send the Chocobo back to the Chocobo world. And we're going to keep doing this exploit. See home. No, never mind. It won't let us. Chocobo world has changed. Saving data is recommended. Yep, we're going to do that. So a big exploit is to have the Chocobo world running at the same time that you're playing Final Fantasy VIII, so it's in the background. And that way you can infinitely bring Chocobo, or Chicobo, or Belko in this case, back to your world after sending him back to the Chocobo world and just infinitely farm. That's what makes it so broken in the Steam edition. But we're not doing it that way. So, we're gonna sort our stuff. We've got 12 Rosetta Stones, holy shit. Luck Junction Scroll. That'll be good for when we start customizing our GFs. Ooh, a Mog's Armlet. This teaches your GF the mini Mog ability. What that does is it's a free heal for GFs in the game. We need 1 more energy crystal, I think, in order to get someone else's weapon to max. 3 stars is great because it learns you the expend X 3 to 1. So basically that means you can cast a spell 3 times for only the price of 1. But there's another reason why this is such a good item. It lets you actually learn the spell triple, which is great for junctioning. I'm sorry, while I was fangirling over the fact that I could have triple stars, I completely disregarded the fact that I have 5 rune armlets, which is the item that I was hoping to drop at the end of Disc 1 and that I missed when I did not defeat the Black Widow during the field exam. That is an item that I desperately need in order to upgrade someone's weapon. Unfortunately, I'm still missing 1 more piece, but I just thought I'd put it out there. Was a attack that the Black Widow from the field exam learned. And now Quistis knows it. Dark matter will teach us Shockwave Pulsar. We won't. This is a ability that one of the final bosses actually has. So, and we can't normally. You have to actually refine 100 curse spikes in order to get a dark matter. The other good thing about the dark matter is once we get a specific kind of refining ability from one of the GFs, we can actually stock up on Ultimas. Literally. One will turn into either Ultima Stones or Ultima the Spell. So, hey, that works. But for now, Quistis can get Shockwave Pulsar. now for the reason that we are actually here. Oh, one other thing is, in obtaining the Chocobo, we managed to get the Chocobo card. You know what? Yeah, let's take care of that first real quick, and then we'll go check on Trabia. Sorry, Selfie.
5 minutes later.
So, mistakes were made. I thought that immediately upon acquiring Boko, you got the Chocobo card. In actuality, you have to actually complete all of the Chocobo forests in order to acquire the Chocobo card. So that's going to be a long time coming. Meaning, back to Trabia.
Direct hit.
Man, this really pisses me off! Oh, yeah.
I'm going in.
Be careful. And the music stops.
Squall! Why isn't Selfie here?
I thought I saw Selfie was with you. Selfie. I let her go on ahead. Betcha she's in shock. Mom, let's go on after her.
I think that Balam Garden might have ended up like this. Thank goodness we were able to avoid the missiles. So, this is where Selfie grew up. I'm sure Selfie wanted to come by sooner.
Selfie's in shock, I'm sure of it. She's not herself. Haven't you noticed, Squall? Yeah, she's a lot more subdued. But I mean, can you blame her? We found some Thundega. Hello.
So,
You've been looking after Selfie. You know what? Let's just play along. Selfie's been a great help.
aww.
What's wrong?
That's not like Squall at all.
Whatever. Try to be nice and she teases me. Jesus Christ, girl.
I'm so glad I saw Selfie. I feel a lot more cheerful after talking to her. There should be a basketball court in the back. Just wait for me there, okay? I want to go catch up with some of my friends.
Yeah, don't blame you. Young lad, what was your name and number again? Have you done a good deed for your academy, Trabia Garden? Good deed, you ask? It's to help rebuild this place. Let's see. For example, have you donated to the Trabia Fund? I'll give you an A. I mean, I think everybody passes the year because of what happened here. Oh, look, it's Timber Maniacs. Oh, found an old issue of Timber Maniacs. You finished reading it. Selfie's still over here. That Ton Murray King. Take this. Jeff summoning. Blaz. That's all he says. We carried the injured ones out in the car. Me? Nah, I'm not hurt. I'm just sick. I'm exhausted from tending to everyone. All hands on deck, for sure. Oh, look, a save point.
Okay, let's do our best to calculate our food and daily supplies. The calculator's broken too, so we have to be extra careful. Look! I found an old book underneath the rubble. Maybe there's some writing that tells of a secret treasure? Like, how many steps from Trabia Garden's gargoyle statue? That kind of stuff? Hey! This is someone's diary. Go south 5 steps from Trabia Garden's gargoyle statue?
What?
No way. Are you serious?
Well, y'all know what we have to do now.
Selfie! I'm sorry, Selfie. Can you forgive us? What? Why? Why are you apologizing?
That teddy bear you gave me. I couldn't save it.
I can hear him crying. He's so lonely. My teddy bear's a lot stronger than you think. As long as you're all safe, Mr. Bear is very happy. Hey, I can hear him. Mr. Bear's watching over you secretly. He is? Yeah. So don't be naughty or sad all the time. Just remember, Mr. Bear is watching you. Sorry, I'll be there in a sec. Wait by the basketball court, okay? Okay, I promise to be good. Tell Mr. Bear that I won't be sad or cry all the time, okay? Thanks, Selfie.
You can definitely see how much Selfie means to the people in Trabia. She definitely left an impression. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weapons Monthly August issue. So, the monthly August issue. The punishment looks almost identical to the Twin Lance, but it is lighter and more powerful. The only gunblade more powerful than this is the Leonhart. I need 1 chef's knife, 2 star fragments, turtle shells, and 8 screws. Already have it though. The Ergez is the most powerful fighting glove. It allows the wearer to deliver optimal hits based on his or her ability. I need 1 adamantine, 4 dragon skin, and 1 fury fragment. The Cardinal is the latest line of projectile weapons. The wide fins provide more stability and accuracy compared to the Valkyrie. Its greater accuracy causes more damage. 1 cockatrice pinion, 1 mesmerized blade, and 1 sharp spike. Pretty sure Rinoa already has this. And then of course Save the Queen, which we know Quistis has. Woohoo! That means that the next time I go to the weapon shop, it'll tell me that I could potentially craft the ergets. But it'll also tell me what the fuck I'm missing.
Selfie's the queen of finding secret passages. They always lead somewhere amazing. We're always surprised by them. Are you all Selfie's friends? I really, really, really like Selfie a whole lot. How about you? Do you like Selfie?
Yep.
Then you're the same as me.
Also, you'll notice that their uniforms are actually a lot lighter than Balam's and Galbadia's. Galbadia is basically black with red trim. Balam is navy blue with yellow. And it looks like we're looking at gray and gray? Or is that a bluish gray? Hey! Who are you guys? We're Trabia's tech squad. We all divided up into different squads to utilize each of our specialties. Okay. Leave this baby to me. I'll have it up and running in no time. We're the tech squad. Cool. Try the computer. Oh! Is it up? Whoa, I think so. Warning, personal data bank. Ah! Oh no! Wait, that was selfie. Oh, is it up? Oh, I think so. Warning, personal data bank. Oh no! Yeah, it was definitely selfie. Wake up! I said wake up! You're on patrol duty today. You volunteered, didn't you? Oh no. Draw failed. Instead of fighting in your dreams, why don't you fight yourself back to reality? Come on, wake up! I said wake up! Bullshit. Yeah, he in trouble. Aww. I did it, everyone. I know the stage got destroyed, but I performed my dream band. I was able to carry out my dream. You remember how we promised that we'd do something memorable for ourselves? Right? Remember? My performance? Our performance we were supposed to do? You all saw me, right? You heard me? I'll keep playing for however long it takes for you to hear me. Our dream, it's much bigger and better than before. So there's a lot more significance to why Selfie was so bummed about the stage. That performance that she did in FH, that was based on a dream that she had with her peers. And it seems like some of those peers that she made that promise to were killed when the missiles hit. So, yeah. Also, you can see sort of paraphernalia and all of that here as well. Like some guy's jacket, what looks like a sniper rifle, and more articles of clothing, I guess, to sort of help identify the people. It won't. Oh. Okay, so it won't let me approach Selfie, but it'll let me draw a hidden draw point. But yeah, no, this sucks. Oh, is it up? Whoa, I think so. Personal data bank. Oh, it stayed up! This is Selfie's personal data? Goodbye! Zell just starts laughing. Selfie? So, I have no clue why she did that. I have no clue what it says. It's just something that happens. We somehow end up on Selfie's information page, and she immediately just shuts that shit down. It's never followed up on. It's just something weird that happens. We were just talking about who would have won the Trabia basketball tournament if we'd played. It's all because of the stupid missiles. I'm telling you, the Mog Moogle team will make it. And they'll probably play the Mach chocobos in the finals.
Your pronunciation's all wrong. It's chocobos, not chocobos.
Although this season, the Moomba Samba team has a great lineup.
My dream is to play for the Mac Chocobos. Gee, I wish the faculty was a little more reliable. What do they expect the student body committee to do under these conditions?
Be thankful that you survived? We have to remove this missile as soon as possible. There's no more threat of an explosion, but if it falls over, it could crush someone.
There's nothing in the student manual that explains how to handle a crisis like this.
And that's the student body president. Okay.
But before that, I have to practice so I can be a starter on the Choco Kids.
Looks like everybody else beat us to it. Beat us here, rather. We're leaving as soon as Selfie comes back. We're on standby till then. Basically give her as much time as she needs. Doesn't seem like the enemy has invaded this garden yet. Are they on their way? Where's the sorceress? We have to find her, and... Now I get to talk to people. I've gotta do something to show that Selfie can depend on me. Oh, that's all he says.
Why the search for Ellone?
Ellone. Inviting Squall back to the past, whereas the sorceress searches for it. Yeah, it's a little ironic. Could it be the sorceress is trying to make that journey into the past too? Okay, that's all she says. Why'd the sorceress come into the picture all of a sudden? Was she actually waiting for this opportunity? Wonder if she was living a normal life before all this. That's all he's gonna say.
You know, ever since I met all of you, I've been doing some thinking. Can't stop thinking about it. But I can't come up with an answer either.
And that's all she'll say from experience, so I guess we leave. Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Thanks so much for coming all this way out here, everyone.
Cheer up, eh? Tinny music.
Thanks. Take me with you when you fight the sorceress, okay? I want to get even. I want my revenge.
Do we have to fight? Isn't there another way? You know, to avoid any bloodshed? What? Yo, what are you saying all of a sudden?
Maybe someone really smart can come up with a way so we wouldn't have to fight anymore. You know, like the philosophy back at Fisherman's Horizon.
What are you getting at? If someone can come up with something, that'd be great. But no one's doing anything. They're all scared and uneasy. All they do is complain. They just pretend to be thinking. They criticize others, but in the end, they can't think of anything either. Rinoa, why all of this? All of a sudden, what exactly do you expect from me? I grew up in Garden. I'm a SeeD. Don't you understand?
Squall, you have to voice your feelings, or I won't understand.
That's some fucking telepathy bullshit going on there. In actuality, it's not. It's literally, like she said back in Fisherman's Horizon, everybody pretty much knows him, knows what he's about. Even she does, despite having known him the longest apart from Irvine, I guess. Irvine knows Squall even less than she does. But everybody has his number. But there's only so much that you can infer. Person's got to speak up, and that's literally what she's asking him to do. You were part of a resistance movement in Timber, right? Unlike others who were all talk, you took your weapons and you fought. And now you're saying all of this. What happened to you? I guess I'm scared. Sometimes when I'm with all of you, I feel like we're on the same wavelength, you know? But when the battles start happening, it's different. Everyone's tempo seems to pick up and, well, I get left behind. I try to catch up, but it's no use. How far is everyone going? I can't hear anyone. Once I catch up, I wonder, is everyone safe? Will they welcome me back with open arms? Is everyone okay? Will we all make it back together? But when I start thinking like that, no, I think I understand. Someone might not be there. Someone you love may disappear before your very eyes. It's tough when you live your life thinking that way. That's exactly why I fight. When I was little, about 4 or so, I was in an orphanage. Swish! Plenty of kids, all with no parents. It's around the end of the Sorceress War, so guess it couldn't be helped. Anyhow, that's where I was. And out of all the kids there, one was real special to me.
Do you want to play?
I really liked this gal. It made me so happy just talking to her.
Seffi, what you playing?
Why? Gee, that doesn't sound familiar.
Was that orphanage a stone house?
You guessed it. An old house made of stone. By the ocean? You guessed it. I knew right away when we first met.
Hey, why didn't you tell us?
Yes, why didn't you tell us? 'Cause y'all two seem to have forgotten. It just kind of sucked that I was the only one who remembered. Spunky little Safety and bossy little Quist.
That is so weird.
Hey, do you guys remember setting off fireworks? That was...
This way.
Oh, I didn't realize that Quistis wore her hair down. I always assumed it was like in a braid or something. Also, Ghost Squall is here for reasons. I could explore, but I'm not going to. Oh. Hello, small child. Who looks strikingly like Squall.
Sis, where'd you go? You don't like me anymore?
What a shameful sight. Moving on, I guess. How about this?
Yeah! The ocean, the lighthouse!
We did set off fireworks.
Yo! Kids aren't supposed to play with fireworks. I'm telling. I'm gonna tell on you. Cry, baby Zell. Go back to bed.
Now, if that cross isn't a dead giveaway, I don't know what I can tell you guys. I remember this. Does that mean I was there too? We all got into big trouble. Then, what about my parents back in Balam? The Dinches in Balam must have adopted you. Yep, that's probably it. I was here?
Yo, come on! Stop it! Matewin, help! Cry, baby Zell. Who's that? Nya, 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 nya. Quit! Stop teasing me, Cypher!
Oh my goodness. Cypher, my arch enemy.
Wow! He was there too?
Well, Cypher was there too. In fact, except for Rinoa, we were all there.
Hey, then that means...
Yeah, I was there too. I was always waiting for Sis to come back.
I'm all alone, but I'm doing my best. I'll be okay without you, Sis. I'll be able to take care of myself.
That didn't turn out okay at all.
Sissel.
Ellone. So, Ellone was Sis. She was a bit older than us. And we all used to call her Sis. Questus, Zell, Salfi, Irvine, Cypher, Ellone, and myself. Yeah. I'm not sure what the meaning behind all of this is, but we were definitely together. You mean Sis is alone?
She's the one that takes us back to Laguna's period. She said she wanted to change the past.
She said she wanted to change the past. I don't know why. There can only be one reason for that.
She must not be happy with the present.
If that's the case, then I'm definitely up for helping her. She's part of our orphanage gang.
You didn't even remember who she was.
Hey, Sephi, that goes for you too. Insert laugh track. So yeah, this is a controversial part of the game for fans. And the reason for that is a lot of them claim that this reveal just comes out of nowhere, that it's contrived. It's basically, it's literally just thrown in there for shock value and whatnot. To a degree, I can kind of see where they're coming from, but at the same time, there were hints sprinkled throughout the game. For example, There's talk, well, I won't get into one of the examples because I'll let one of the characters explain it as it's coming up. But there were hints throughout that something like this, maybe not on this scale, mind you, but something like this was percolating in the background. Another reason a lot of people don't like this is it's literally like all of the people who were raised together, they split off and then they forgot about each other and then they came back together only to be reminded at a indistinct point. And yeah, I guess to a sense you could argue that that's lazy storytelling and it's lazy writing, but at the same time, that's something that does happen in real life. You drift apart from people that you were raised with, and then you might not always remember them because you got shit going on yourself. And there is an explanation for why, but again, I'm gonna let the characters talk it out. I never had a problem with this reveal. I was actually floored when I got to this part. I thought it was incredibly clever at the time. But again, people are gonna have their own opinion. Also, I get paid. So Sis was alone, eh? Everyone was fond of Sis, but you, Squall, you kept hogging her for yourself. You sure have a good memory. In fact, this is really strange. I don't think I was adopted because of the way I am. Probably the same with Cypher too. I think that is a typo. That's supposed to be the both of us must have been sent at garden by the age of 5 or so. Even so, he's never mentioned anything about growing up in an orphanage. And nothing about this has ever crossed my mind when I see him either. Don't you find that odd?
That is strange.
After all, you could sort of argue with the rest of the people, even Zell and Quistis. Especially Zell because he got adopted. That they might not have remembered everybody right away. They might have remembered inflections and incidences and whatnot, but they might not have remembered names and faces and all that. But Squall and Cypher have been together since they were at the orphanage, and they were both shipped off to Garden at the same time. So why didn't either of them remember that they were in the same orphanage? That is the trick here.
In my case, I had loads and loads of fun after going to Trabia. That's probably why I forgot about all of my That's probably why I forgot all about my childhood. That's what I think. But I don't know what's up with you guys. It's odd that you would forget.
I remember. Yes, I remember now. Things didn't work out too well at my new home. So Quistis was adopted too. So I came to Garden at the age of 10. That was when I first noticed Cypher and Squall. Cypher and Squall were always fighting. Yeah. Quistis always used to break us up. Yes, that's right. Cypher was a kid who always needed to be the center of attention, but Squall always used to ignore him. But eventually, they would end up fighting. Squall could have easily walked away from it, but always took up to the challenge. Should have just ignored him, but Squall, almost in tears, would say, I gotta do my best by myself, or else I won't be able to find Sis. I guess I was just trying to take Ellone's place. I tried, but to no avail. And that's probably it. Even after becoming an instructor, I couldn't stop thinking about Squall. I thought it was love. And I had to hide my feelings because I was an instructor, but maybe it wasn't. It was my childhood feelings of being a big sister that lingered. Oh well. And a lot of people think that explanation kind of falls flat. I disagree. I think it's actually I think it's believable because there is multiple types of love. There's familial love, there's platonic love, and then there's the romantic kind, which most people associate with love. So, yeah, there's that. Go talk to Quist. It seems like she's in shock.
I can't remember. The orphanage was located.
Yo, this is getting way too out of hand. We're forgetting way too much.
I misunderstood love. Actually, I'd completely given up when Rinoa came into the picture. Hey! It must be the same for Cypher. I'm sure Cypher has forgotten his childhood too. But whenever he sees Squall, his inner feelings start to boil and...
Is that why he's always picking fights with Squall? Why is it that we forgot? We grew up together as kids. How is that possible? How about this? The price we pay for using the GF. The GF provides us its power, but the GF makes its own place inside our brain.
So you're saying that the area is where our memories are stored? No! That's just a rumor the GF critics are spreading. And there it is.
So, what you're saying is if we keep relying on the GF, we won't be able to remember a lot of things?
There's no way Headmaster Sid would allow such a dangerous thing.
Then how is it that I remember while everyone else has forgotten? Well, in my case, I hadn't junctioned to GF until recently. That's why I remember a lot more than you guys. And it's actually my headcanon that Irvine refuses to use GFs on principle for that very reason. He doesn't want to lose his memories, therefore he's not about to risk it for power.
How about you, Selfie? Your first experience with the GF was when you came to Balam Garden, right? Yeah. We gave up our memories in exchange for power?
It's because of the GF that we forgot? Is that why other forces refrain from using them? There are some things we're better off not remembering. Especially when your life revolves around battles. I mean, that's fair.
I have a confession to make! So, when I was 12, I went on an outdoor training session. Found a GF inside one of the monsters I defeated. I junctioned that GF for a while, so I have some experience with GF too. But it's really weird. I can't remember the name of that GF. It must be the GF's fault.
So, what should we do? What should we do? Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? So what do you want to do? You want to stop using GF now? As long as we continue fighting, we're indebted to the powers of the GF. If there's a price I have to pay for that, I'll gladly pay it.
Hey, I know. Let's all just keep a diary. That way, we'll always have something to remember us. To remind us.
You sure that's what you want, though? Well, I mean, maybe that's for the best. Yeah. I don't care if I forget about my childhood when Cypher used to pick on me. What's important to me now is having the power to protect my parents back in Balam. They adopted me, so there's no way I'm letting go of that power. So before we get to this next part, I do want to point out that the fact that it's the GF that makes them lose their memory is the major reason why I don't have a problem with this reveal. Because it makes sense. And it's actually really clever, because up until this point, summons didn't really play a huge role in any of the Final Fantasies. They were literally just these demigod style beings that could rain destruction on your enemies. But 8 actually incorporated them as part of the plot. They are demigods that could rain destruction on your enemies, but because of the way they are utilized, it forces the player to depend on them. I mean, yes, of course, there are no junction playthroughs that you can do. I'm not skilled enough to be able to do something like that, but I know some people are, which kind of makes this whole reveal a little silly. But at the same time, disregarding that, for the most part, in order to increase your stats and basically make your characters beefy and powerful, you need to junction a GF to your character. You need to junction in order to use items, to draw, to use the commands, to use magic, that sort of thing. Like, these people are normal people. They can't use magic like a regular sorceress can. So GF's kind of even the playing field there. But to know that it's a double-edged sword, that there is a price, it actually makes this game a lot more grounded. And I feel like this reveal actually made me appreciate the game a lot more, because it's like, we use these things because we have to. It's how we make our characters strong. But in the end, we also risk losing something for ourselves. So we have to sort of weigh in whether or not it's worth it. And I absolutely love that touch. I think it's a very clever touch that this game did. It's again, it's really sad that people didn't much care for this reveal, but I really liked it. Mechanically wise, it takes a gameplay mechanic and makes it relevant to the story, and I love it when games do that. It's really clever. And yeah, to avoid talking in circles, that is legit the reason why I like it. The fact that everybody else was separated, again, except for Squall and Cypher, left by itself, you could basically say time and distance and the shit that went on with their lives. They don't remember their childhood, or rather, they don't remember much of it, and they don't remember like certain people that were in their lives. That's fine. But the real thing that makes this whole thing sus, apart from the fact that Irvine remembers everything due to his only using GFs recently, is, again, Squall and Cypher having never been separated, and yet they didn't remember that they were both from the same orphanage, or that they grew up together. They know that they knew each other from Garden, but that's essentially it. Also, we know why Cypher picks on Zell. Zell was apparently a bit of a crybaby as a child. But regarding inner feelings about Squall tends to boil up. Some people can construe that multiple ways. There is a sect of fans who believe that Cypher is actually romantically interested in Squall. And to that I say, you don't cut someone in the fucking face during sparring or training if you really love them. That's a whole nother level of toxicity. But yeah, it begs the reason, like, why did Cypher feel the need to target Squall out of all people? From where I'm sitting, it doesn't even sound like Cypher and Squall really interacted much while they were at the orphanage. But I guess, again, it's we have to infer a lot because they don't really tell us a lot. Now, one thing that they could potentially have done to clean up this segment was, we didn't need Ghost Squall floating around, because that kind of spoiled his whole enrollment there. In fact, you could actually go into different rooms and you'd see like Child Squall standing around moping about Ellone having disappeared. And again, that kind of gives that away, which is why I didn't do that when I was playing the scene just now. But really, they could have just shown it as a cinematic and I would have been happy. But again, those are just my takes. I didn't have as big a problem with this as most people did. And I can respect why people had an issue with this reveal. I just don't agree. Moving on.
Hey, do you all remember Matron? She was always wearing black. Matron dressed in black. She's the... Let's see. Very kind. Long black hair. Yes. I really admired her. I see his resemblance. Matron. They look alike. Wait, I just pictured her face and... Look alike? Nah, that ain't it. Matron's name is Edia Kramer. Matron is Sorceress Edia. And that was another bombshell that that shook people. Not because it's like, oh my god, she's their motherly figure and now they basically have to kill her because she's lost her fucking mind, but more along the lines of going back to the whole, oh, they don't remember everything and blah blah blah, and now everybody's back together and it's very convenient and all of that. I think this was fucking orchestrated, and it's sort of suggested throughout the story that it is actually orchestrated, and that would be SeeD, the mastermind here. Moving on, though. Matron? Sorceress Edia? Why is the matron? Why? You're wondering why a matron would take over a country or fire missiles and whatnot. At this point, we probably wouldn't comprehend it even if we talked about it. You're probably right. Hear me out. SeeD and Garden were all matron's ideas, yeah? I ain't a SeeD, but I share the same feeling with all of you. SeeDs are supposed to fight the sorceress, yeah? This is strange. That's right. It was when I was being tortured by Cypher. He wanted to know what SeeD was. Matron should know. But Matron is Sorceress Edia. There's no denying it. What does all of this mean? Hey, Squall, you listening? So, like, this is what I wanted to say. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Train of thought restored. I understand what Rinoa's saying. I understand. But I'm still gonna fight. I want to stay true to everything that I stood for. I'm sure it's the same with everyone. That's why I thought it'd be best if everyone knew we would have to face Matron. Y'all have heard this before. How life has infinite possibilities? That's bull. I don't believe that for a second. There weren't many paths for me to choose, and sometimes there'd only be one. From the limited possibilities I faced, the choices I've made have brought me this far. That's why I value the path that I chose. And I want to hold true to that path that had to be taken. Now I know our opponent is Matron, whom we all love very much. We might lose something very important on account of the GF. But I don't mind. Because it's not like I drifted here on the tides of fate. I'm here because I chose to be here. And more importantly, we all grew up together. But due to various circumstances, we were all separated. As a kid, you couldn't really go out on your own. There were no other paths to take. All I did was cry. But somehow, we're all together again.
Just like old times, though lots changed. We're not kids anymore. We're strong enough to take care of ourselves. Make our own decisions. And we're confronting a huge one right now. Do we fight Matron or not? And I say we fight. Shoot for a common goal. Hell, at least it'll keep us together a little longer. Yeah, let's do it. We can't run from her for the rest of our lives.
It's just such a bummer, though. Can't believe we have to fight Matron.
I know, but sounds right. We can't run from her forever. Rinoa? It's up to you. We're going to fight. I think it's the only way we can really move on with our lives. And if that makes any sense at all, come with us. I'm sure that's what everybody wants.
Look! A gift from the fairies!
That's called snow. Yo! You guys want to go check out Edia's orphanage?
I wonder what it's like now.
You might find a clue. A clue? You mean as to why Matron turned out like this? Probably has to do with something that happened in the past. The past is the past. It's over and done with. Despite what truth we may find, it's not going to change the present. But I want to see too. I don't know what we'll find, but let's head for Edia's house. I guess that's it. We're fighting. You guys are fearless. Fearless? I don't think that's quite right. If you think too hard, you become lost. I think that's what everyone's afraid of. I wish we didn't have to fight either. So we're gonna put Zell back in the party because he has Encounter None, but we're also gonna put Rinoa in the party. Yeah, so that is the big old reveal. So we've basically reached a turning point in the game itself. In fact, going to Edia's house triggers the point of no return for this disc, for disc 2 rather. So we are very, very close to finishing off, or rather getting to the halfway point of this game. Just a couple of more things that I wanted to address. First and foremost, love how they handled that scene. Irvine's little pep talk was amazing, if a little pushy at times. I love the fact that they gave Rinoa the option. They basically said, look, this is our thing. This is something we have to do. We want you to come with us, but it's entirely up to you. You have to make that decision on your own, rather than just basically trying to pressure her into agreeing to come. Now, Rinoa also has a very valid reason for being as hesitant as she was here. And a lot of it has to do with, a lot of it has to do with the aftermath of Trabia. I mean, take a look at it. Bombed out. It's absolutely destroyed. The fact that there are any survivors at all is a miracle in and of itself. So yeah, of course she was going to, okay, I have to turn off the music for a quick sec because it's making me lose my train of thought and making me jump around all the place. So yeah, of course she's going to have feelings on this. She's going to take a look at the devastation that the sorceress caused. She's going to look back at all the things that the sorceress is doing or trying to do. And she's going to freak out and she's going to panic. And this is like the fact that it took this long for this kind of a reaction to come through. That's a testament to her willpower. Because if you think about it, she's not trained. She didn't receive the type of training that SeeD did. It's the reason she was disincluded, or rather not included, during the mission briefing for the assassination attempt on the sorceress, because she hasn't had the training. She's not emotionally equipped to deal with this shit. The fact that she's been keeping up as well as she has been, that just speaks volumes. That's just, yeah, like I said, she doesn't have the training, so it's perfectly understandable that she's panicking and she's basically falling back on the, do we have to fight? Like, isn't there like something else we can do? But the other thing I wanted to discuss goes back to the assassination attempt on the sorceress Edea. Irvine's comment about always choking, I don't believe that. If anything, I think the real reason that he choked and couldn't go through with it was because he recognized her. He recognized the name. That's why he started asking about whether or not people are can be truly evil, or how Squall would feel if he had to go up against somebody who was completely evil. Squall didn't really give him a great answer. Actually, he didn't give him any answer. But that's literally him trying to find justification. Okay, so if she's truly evil, then maybe I can go through with it. But it's still my matron. But he didn't say anything because, again, he knew that the others didn't remember. And he probably grappled with how he was going to tell him, oh, hey, by the way, I'm new to your group, but just so you know, I grew up with like 4 of y'all. Like, can you imagine how well that would be taken? Especially if they weren't in the mind frame to actually believe him. And given the first impression that they had of Irvine, chances are they probably would have thought he was dicking around. I know I would have. But enough time has passed and they know him well enough by this point that when he finally broached the subject, they were willing to listen. And not only were they willing to listen, they started remembering too, as he what's it called? As he started prompting the memory and started talking about his experiences, and the orphanage in itself. So, yeah. I have to say, honestly, as far as reveals go, it's not perfect. But as I said before, I didn't have a problem with this reveal. I know a lot of people did. Again, rehashing what I've already said, because they thought it was contrived, it was too convoluted, it came out of left field, there was no hinting about it. But the GF amnesia, or the amnesia induced by GF rather, was hinted as far back as the field exam. And even during tutorials where they mentioned, don't listen to the critics about GF usage. Just ignore them and do what you're supposed to. And I think what's really the worst part about this whole thing is that, contrary to Quistis's contrary to what Quista says, SeeD did sanction it. Now, I don't think it was his idea altogether to use it. I think that was Norg's touch to try and basically have like a better selling point. Like, hey, our guys can do the job of a small army with just the fraction of the bodies. And that's really the main driving selling point. And SeeD agreed because he didn't have any other he didn't really have any other avenues. There's more that I want to say regarding that, but I'm going to leave that off, mostly because we learn a little bit more about that information much later on in the game. So it'll be something that I touch back into, or if you guys are interested, I can just make a full video that kind of like talks about my thoughts regarding that. Maybe then it wouldn't be so discombobulated. But on that note, we have finished Trabia. We encountered the Chocobo Forest, and I think this is a good place to leave it off, at least for now, without coming across as rather insensitive based on the material that we just witnessed. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like or subscribe. If not, leave a comment below letting me know what I can do to improve. And as always, until the next time, guys, ciao.